What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Chris. This is my channel called Mumble. It's been 2 weeks. I said it was going to take 2 weeks to get my G37 fixed, and it's been a while since I've uploaded. So here it is.
They want the best of me now. They want the best of me now.
Yep, that is not my G37. I still have my rental. It is a 2012-2013 Volkswagen Passat. It's a 2.5, and this is still my rental for, I'm not even aware till when. Let's hope it's back this week so that I can go ahead and start doing stuff to my G37. So being that I have this car, I thought I'd do a very small review just to get me on the page of doing reviews. This is just a base model. It's been a good car so far to just leave it around and have as a rental. But there are certain things that I don't like about. One being those hubcaps. Just take a look at them. 2013 car and it still has hubcaps. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give y'all a small video of this car because I do need some content. I do need to make y'all aware of what's happening with my car. Let's hope the G37 gets done sometime this week so I can go ahead and start doing more stuff to that car because I'm about to order 2 tires for the other wheels that I have in there. Like I stated before, it is a 2.5 motor. It has about 170 horsepower, 177 foot-pounds of torque. Not a bad motor overall. It does have a little get up and go. It's not the fastest thing out there. I have noticed the car to be a little bit sluggish on the highway, especially when I'm trying to merge onto the highway with cars already going 70 or 60. A 2.5 being that this car is so heavy and so big. It looks like a yacht, honestly. As far as gas goes, it saves a whole bunch of gas. I cannot tell you guys how much gas I've saved the last couple weeks driving this car. And it's made me consider that maybe it is time to update my cars or update one of my cars to something a lot newer. Being that this car fills up with very little money, uses 87 octane. Has been such a blast to just not go to the gas station as much. And it saved me quite a bit. You know, if I've only been able to fill up this car maybe, I think twice. And it does not have projector headlights or fog lights. And let's just go ahead and check out the trunk. Okay, just look at that trunk space, guys. I'm pretty sure you could put so much stuff in this. This will be a great family car or a big car for somebody that wants something this size. Just look at how much space you have. This from here to here, I would say that's at least a foot and a half. And this is with my driving position. Just look at the space you have here. You can relax quite a bit in the back seat of this car. The only thing I'm not a fan of is this compartment right here. It's very small. I'm not really even sure what you could fit in there, maybe a phone or so. There's no charging station back here or anything like that. Go back here. This folds down and it has 2 cup holders. This one has a lot of space. And the cup holders seem to like match up different sizes, so that's always a good thing. So that is the whole back seat. You know, I'm 5'7", I'm about 230 pounds, and I sit back here very comfortably. Whereas my G37, the seat will be a lot farther back. I am comparing this car to my G37 since that's the car that I drive the most. So if I keep making these references as to my G37, that is one of the reasons why, because the G37 is the car that I actually have and drive. This is just a rental. One of the most important things to me is the interior. As you can tell right here, it's kind of like an aluminum kind of finish, and then this is basically supposed to be aluminum, but it actually looks like it's painted silver. That's the only accents you get on the door. This is like some kind of cheap leather. This is plastic, all plastic. So I know a lot of people complain about the plastics, and I don't have a big problem with that because they're a lot easier to clean. So being that this is plastic, it's not bothering me that much. Keep in mind that this is the base model. So you only have controls over here, which is Bluetooth, your volume buttons to change stations or your presets, and then to answer calls. The reason I say this is all you get because if you upgrade to a better one, there's actually a lot more buttons over here. Now, I'm not aware what those buttons are because I don't have that car with me right now. Let's show y'all this detail down here. I kind of wish this detail was maybe a little bit more matching to the car. Maybe they should have done the gray. I've seen it done gray in so many of them. So I'm not sure why they didn't just, you know, do a little gray accent on here. So these are your gauges right here. Basically everything you need to know about the car. I do need to go fill up some gas. This is going to be the 3rd time I'm filling up this car, which is not bad for having this car for already 16 days. If we come over here, we have this small clock. It reminds me of the one in my Infiniti, but in a way, the one in my Infiniti seems a little bit more nicer and premium, if you want to call it that. Let's go ahead and crank this car up, all right? You still need to have a key for this car. This car does not have dual climate control because it is the base model. This is all the controls you get for the radio. The whole time I've had this car, I've been listening to the radio. Now, I'm not aware if this car has Bluetooth when it comes to, you know, streaming music off your phone to the radio. I'm not sure about that. If somebody knows about that, go ahead and comment down below, let everybody else know. I will go ahead and highlight your comment, you know, or pin your comment to the very top so people can be aware of it. There is a deep compartment down here. I do like these cup holders. Not sure if this is gonna pick it up. They have some little tabs right here which kind of adjust to your drink. Your aux cord goes back here. I can't use an aux cord with my phone because I have an iPhone 7, so unless I get that little adapter thing, right? Overall, a good car. I've enjoyed driving this car. If you guys weren't aware, I do need a bigger car because I am gonna have a kid pretty soon. My kid is gonna be here by the end of this year. So that's another reason why I might be shopping for a bigger car. It might be taking the place of the G20, we're not too sure just yet. This is something that we're considering, maybe a Passat. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is just drive this car. So you guys can go ahead and get a cockpit view. So this is just me driving the car around my area where I live at. I am on my way to pick up my girlfriend. The ride is a little bit noisy in here compared to what my G37 is. Now, a lot of you people might be saying, why do you keep comparing it to your G37? And like I said, this is the car that I drive on a normal day. This car is a car that I'm driving right now for the next week or so. And that's about it. So I thought it would be a good chance to go ahead and give you guys a review about this car. Also, if anybody's ever looking into this car, it's always better to just get an honest opinion from somebody that's actually driven the car and is actually driving the base model that you're thinking about getting. Think about it this way. Do you really need a navigation system right here? Half the time, I'm found using my phone instead. So that's one thing I would like y'all to consider when you're thinking about buying a car like this. Is do you really need to pay for those extra things? G37 has GPS and I never use it. It kind of seems like a waste of money at times, but I never bought that car brand new. And that's one thing that I've always told myself is if I buy a car brand new, am I really gonna opt for that navigation system? So like I said, the car picks up pretty smooth. Like right here, it's just a very, you know, not too much gas and it's already up at 40 miles per hour. I think I hit about maybe 2200 RPM. I did forget to tell you guys one thing. Down there, those little storage things, they're also cup holders and they fit some pretty decent cups. That's something that really amazed me because I could have a drink here and I could have another drink here, which makes this a good car for traveling. So if I was to ever travel and I needed a car, I think this is a car that I would request for just because it is a lot bigger. It's pretty smooth. How much money you might actually save on gas taking this car as your rental. If you guys don't remember my video where I said, is the G37 good for going out of town? On road trips, basically. And one of the things that I said is that when you're driving out of town, you're not aware of the conditions of the roads. With this car, it's pretty high up, so even if anything surprises you, it's really not gonna damage your car or hit your car, as to where if I was to take my G37, which is lower, it would probably damage something or end up chipping or cracking something. That's something we have to consider as well, is sometimes it's better to just rent a car than to take your own car. But at the same time, people have told me it's about the driving experience and taking your car there, you know, having people turn heads and having other people like see your car and see, you know, what you're doing. You know, it's nice to see different cars from other cities. Guys, like I said, we need to put gas. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is the stopping radius with this car. The car is so big, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's heavy. It takes a little longer. All right, guys, so I'm here at the wake. I basically just got here. Let me turn off the AC. But there it goes. All right, so I just got here to the wake. Basically, what I want to tell you guys is driving this car around has been a blast, honestly. Well, not a blast. It's been enjoyable because if I say blast, blast means you're having fun. I have not had any fun with this car. The main reason is because I haven't pushed the car. I have not really got it on it to where I'm just, you know, hitting those high RPMs with it. I don't see the point in it. It's not a car that I would consider fun. But overall, it's a good purchase if you're looking to buy it. I think if you're looking for a work car or a car that you're really not needing too much stuff, just want a car to get you to and from work, or just an extra car, it is a good car. Coming from a G37 that has so many options, you kind of do feel that when you're driving this Volkswagen Passat. Now, if I was driving the more premium one, which I think is the SEL, I probably would like it a little more because that one does have more features. I am still car shopping for a new car. Like I said, I am having a kid. So just bear with me on these videos, guys. More videos will be coming. Let's hope that my G37 is back this week so we can go ahead and start doing a lot more things to that car. The G20, it's still not back. that's a car that I'm actually thinking about trading in or just selling and buying something newer. Like I said, I can't have a car that I keep fixing every now and then when I'm having a kid. Basically having a newborn, especially with this Texas heat or these cold Texas winters. I know I do have my G37, which can be used as another vehicle, but at the same time, the way I drive my G37 is sometimes a little aggressive, and having a little baby in the back, especially since the car is a manual. I don't want him to be jerking back and forth, you know, especially not during those few months. My girlfriend really wants me to get a car like this because she is amazed at the cup holders. That's her thing, you know. She likes the cup holders. It has so many cup holders. She can put so many drinks in here. She's actually comfortable in the car. She likes how smooth it is. Suspension is pretty good as well. And I think one of the reasons she complains about suspension is because my G37 is lowered. So when I hit a bump, it does take it a little bit harder. Now, I'm not saying the G37 is not a good family car. I'm just comparing this to my car. Bear with me, guys. I am going to go ahead and order those test pipes today. Now, I am leaning more towards the ISR test pipes because, or the R pipes, are a little bit more on the expensive side. Right now, I'm trying to budget a lot more than I normally am. So if you're not a fan of me getting the ISR test pipes, I'm sorry, but at the same time, it's something that I have to do because unless I feel financially stable, I am not going to go ahead and order any parts that are way too expensive. So I am done with this overall smart review of this car. I loved having this car as my rental car for the time being. Only thing is I wasn't a fan of is just those hubcaps. That's about it. But that's me just nitpicking. It's very small things. Like I said, I never really noticed that I need any navigation system since I know my way around town. And even if I did, I have my phone as a GPS. I have seen this car go for around maybe $8,000 to about $12,000. So not a bad price for a car that you're getting. It does beat getting a minivan because sometimes people optimize to get a minivan when in reality all you need is just a car like this, a little bit on the bigger side. The first couple of days I did have to get used to backing in and out of parking lots because of how big the car is, but right now I'm a little more comfortable with it. All right guys, time to close out this video. So this was my rental. I enjoyed it for the time being, but I am ready for my G37 to come back home. And like I said, I am tire shopping for the rear tires for the other wheels that I have inside the house. With that being said, I hope you do guys subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
I'ma blow up. Yeah.